The midterm elections are just a few days away, and Democrats, well, they're not exactly enthusiastic about their prospects. Ring of Fire's Farron Cousins joins me to talk about this and many other topics. So, if you read anything right now, it's the same message. The Democrats are in trouble, blah, 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 blah. It's that message that keeps coming through. If I'm looking at it, I think I think the Republicans take the House, Democrats hold on to the Senate. May be wrong. What's your take?
No, I agree with you. I think the House is a foregone conclusion. A couple weeks ago, it really was looking like the Republicans would only have a couple seats advantage. 5, 6 is what the projections were. We're looking at over 20 now.
Yeah, I've heard as high as 30.
Yeah, things have definitely shifted in the Republicans' favor in the House. So I think that's almost a giveaway. It's the Senate, really, where we're starting to see a lot of these races tighten. I mean, the polls are changing every day, and that's what's getting so frustrated about what I do every day is you can't talk about a poll because by the time people watch that video, a whole new poll is out that shows the exact opposite. So we don't know.
Well, I mean, first of all, you believe the same thing I do about polling. I think it's basically useless.
Right.
I mean, all you can do is read tea leaves.
It's voodoo at this point.
Yeah, it's voodoo. You look at some numbers and you say, well, here's what it looks like. So I'm hearing the Republicans already beating on their chest. We're going to take the Senate, going to take the House. They might, but guesswork. We've been reading tea leaves a long time. I don't think that's the situation.
And I think once it comes down to it, the Republicans just have so many bad candidates out there. Herschel Walker and Dr. Oz, obviously, at the top of that list. Those are the two everybody's focused on. And I don't know how those two candidates overcome all of the negatives. Even in deep red Republican territory, you still have those Democrats, Warnock and Fetterman, polling above them, not by as much as they were 2 months ago, but they're still ahead by enough where they might be able to have a pretty easy victory.
Problem is independents.
Yeah.
Right now you have independents sitting out there. What is it? 18% of them still haven't made.
Right.
I mean, that's a big number. They still haven't made it. Actually, the number of them that haven't made up their mind is higher than that.
Yeah.
But the independents are going to drive this, and here's the spoiler here. The independents are heavily buying into the idea that the economy sucks, which it does, that crime is out of control, which it is. It's all of the talking points. The border is a problem. Independents are buying into that. Independents in the past really have more favored Democrats than they have Republicans. That's not what it looks like this time to me.
Right. The independents are the people who actually do go out there every day and they say, is my situation better today than it was 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. And almost every election, no matter who's in charge, the answer to that question is no. Yeah. You're not better off than you were 2 years ago. So they're the ones who flip. They say, okay, well, in 2020, I did vote for the Democrats. I thought my situation would get better. Mm-hmm. Things are not better. I'm looking at my bank account. I'm looking at my paychecks. They're not better. And y'all can get mad all you want about hearing that, but that's the way it is.
Well, that's the problem with doing a show like this. People they just want to hear what they want to hear. In other words, when we do a segment, we say, hey, Democrats may be in trouble. You got these whinies. The whinies, my God, Pap's a right-winger. Farron has forsaken the Democrats. They really hate to hear the truth. And it's amazing to me. I mean, you could tell them, you could say, this is not conjecture. This is the truth. But I don't think it's just our audience. I think it's Democrats in general, Republicans in general. They don't want to hear what they disagree with. But that's not real journalism, is it?
No, they don't want to hear the bad news. And the bad news is that reality is showing us right now, Democrats are going to lose the House. We're not going to pick up as many Senate seats as we had originally thought. I still think we hold, and I think we gain a seat or two, but we could also lose a couple seats that we did hold. So it's not good news for the Democrats. And then, of course, looking more broadly out there, yes, Biden has done some good things that we have talked about, but it's not enough to change these people's financial situation in middle America. It's like the Obama recovery. They came out and told us after he took office and did these things, the economy's great. No, it wasn't. Wall Street was great.
Right.
Corporations were doing great. Workers saw their pay decrease.
25 to 30% of Democrats are not enthusiastic about voting at all. Although The numbers are startling right now. This could be the biggest turnout we've seen in a long time.
It really could. So I think at this point it really is anything goes. Who knows?
And God forbid we should say something that you don't want to hear, but that's what we do.